Hey guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. And welcome to dinner in Dallas Cowboys, because I'm always talking about the Dallas Cowboys, and I gotta fix some dinner. I've been doing this keto diet for 2 weeks and 2 days. My behind just got too fat. My knees can't take the extra weight, and every pound that you take off is amplified by 4. So if you lose 10 pounds, it's like taking 40 pounds of pressure off every step you take. And of course, reducing chances for diabetes and high blood pressure and all that stuff. So I've been working on this thing, and so far I'm down 14 pounds. I know I still got a long ways to go, but it's actually been working for me. And the principles of this thing is carbs and sugar you got to do away with, which was hard for me because, you know, you see all that giant Snickers bar. One of these times I'm going to get hangry and I'm going to eat that whole thing and screw up this whole ketosis. So you can't have sugar and you have carbs. So that means regular bread, not. That means a lot of your fruits, nope, can't have those. Candy bars, and you have to eat differently. The good thing about this thing is it doesn't really feel like a diet, because I still get my steak, I still get my chicken, I still get, you know, all that kind of stuff. Can't have a baked potato, but you can still have a lot of fat, because basically your body changes over from burning all that sugar and storing it to actually burning fat. So it ends up eating the fat in your system and stuff. What it's done for me thus far is I have a whole lot more energy. And once you get past the initial craving for the sugar stuff, you're not quite so hungry. So in the morning, I've actually got black coffee. I'm not pouring in tons of that French vanilla cream in there. And so far, so good. But anyway, you didn't tune in to hear about my diet, but I am cooking some like shrimp pasta, but you can't have pasta. So we're actually going to have zucchini in it, and it's going to be just like it. What's funny is I've actually fed people stuff that I've done that's keto. They don't know the difference. But our Dallas Cowboys, it's funny how no matter what happens, the bar changes with the Cowboys. When we were 3-5, the season was pretty much over, as most people said. The Cowboys think, get ready for next year, yada, yada, yada. You know, even Cowboy fans, a lot of them basically said, I'm done, I'm out of here, I can't take this anymore. Until Jerry Jones sells the team and fires Jason Garrett and everybody, I'm not going to watch. Well, I don't know what those people are doing now that the Cowboys are winning, but they said they were done with the Cowboys after week 8. And if you left, and now you're back, I hate to say it, you are what everybody says we are. Bandwagon fans. Sorry. If you're a fan of the team, you need to support them, win, lose, or draw. I mean, that's just the way it is. You can't be just a fair weather fan. I mean, let's say you're married, or you got a girlfriend. Do you only want them to be there for you when you get paid on Friday? After you get your hair cut? Or do you want them there when you wake up in the morning and your breath is a little tart? Maybe her hair is a little jacked up, a little crust in her eye. Morning, honey, kiss me. Oh, one needs the bigger one. Is that what you want to have? Because what you find out in life is When you got money, you got lots of friends. But when you don't, they don't come around. That's a bandwagon fan. They're there when it's easy. They're there for the party. They're not there for the everyday grind. I got no respect for those kinds of fans. I've been here. 3-5 when people said I'm an idiot. Why are you supporting that team? Because I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. But Amari Cooper, let's be honest. Amari Cooper has changed that. And the amazing thing to me is, right now, Amari Cooper, you got to be figuring he's about happy as can be to be outside of Oakland right now. In Oakland, it's pretty ugly right now. Oakland at the moment doesn't have a home. Oakland is being sued by the city of Oakland. City of Oakland said, you know what? We're going to sue your ass. You don't want to be here. You want to leave. The NFL colluded. Guess we're not going to get that one. The NFL colluded to make a whole bunch of money and move us out of here. And move out of here. And we're going to sue for damages. And the Raiders are planning on playing there one more year. Now they're like, we ain't going to play there. Why give them some more money to pay for the attorneys to sue us? So they're down in negotiations with the two options that they have, either playing with the 49ers, don't know where they're going to train, or going to San Diego. Yeah. That's pretty bad. So when you start thinking about Amari Cooper, maybe, just maybe, part of the problem with Amari Cooper's play, like the rest of the Raiders, is they just don't like being there. They've checked out. Because it was amazing how everybody thought for sure the Dallas Cowboys, they're a joke. They've screwed the pooch again. Amari Cooper, are you kidding me? Amari Cooper, he's not doing anything anymore. He stinks. He's checked out. Great player, excuse me, early in his career, but just doesn't have it. That's one of the things that I love about the NFL. The NFL, the experts always tell you this is what's going to happen. And they're usually wrong. Sorry, I needed a little water. But they're usually wrong. Football, and let's be honest, football is hell to try and figure out. It is next to impossible. So, if you wonder what I'm making here, it's actually like a shrimp pasta, but instead of pasta, we're actually using the zucchini. And I've got some onions, peppers, and hot peppers. I like everything spicy. So it's kind of like an Italian dish, but it's also spicy too because I like everything hot. And instead of using flour and stuff to thicken it up, we're actually putting cream cheese and heavy cream in it and Parmesan cheese. Because this diet, you got to get lots of fats. Can't have the carbs, but you can have the fats. So you are changing your system. Heavy cream. Cream cheese. Parmesan cheese. And some mozzarella. Hey! This one's empty. So, Amari Cooper, since he's joined the Dallas Cowboys, in the NFL, he leads the league in his time with the Dallas Cowboys. Okay? 642 yards receiving. Now keep in mind, we have a garbage-ass quarterback, as you guys say. And we're talking about better than, say, Juju, better than AB, better than Julio Jones, Sanu, Hopkins. He has more yards than any of those guys. Not only yards, he also leads the NFL in first downs with 32. Not only that, he leads the NFL in yards after catch with 286. And if that weren't enough, he's also tied for first with TDs. That's pretty amazing when you think about it. That is really amazing when you think about it. And the funny thing is, I know, as you guys put it, you're just a Dak lover. Dak can do no wrong in your eyes. You're blind. We've got a garbage-ass quarterback. You would think Amari Cooper's throwing those passes to himself. The Dak isn't part of the equation. And it's amazing some of the things that I hear. Don't get me wrong. Amari Cooper is a hell of an athlete. Amari Cooper is a hell of a wide receiver. If the quarterback didn't matter, and let's go hear what everybody says about this offense. This offense is antiquated. It's not like the Rams. It's not like New Orleans. It's pretty basic. They don't change up a lot of things. It's a garbage offense, correct? That's why everybody wants Scott Linehan fired, correct? Can we go with that assumption? Hold on, let me grab some spices. Sorry, couldn't find the Italian spice in the back of the cabinet. Okay, if your assumption is it's a garbage-ass offense that's only a running offense that is very predictable, does not do a lot of motion, does not do a lot of play action or anything like that, it sucks. Right? Right? Okay. So we'll go by that. The offense stinks. And Dak Prescott is not a good quarterback. A quarterback who can't throw somebody open, a quarterback who always overthrows people and everything else. He just sucks. Okay? We'll go with that. Then, how come when Amari Cooper was with the Raiders, with John Gruden, who is a quarterback coach, is an offensive-minded coach, how come in 5 games they only got 220 yards out of that guy in 1 TD? With Derek Carr, a quarterback that you guys say is head and shoulders better than Dak Prescott. Some of you say that Dak Prescott couldn't carry his jock strap. Yet, the guy who right now with Dak Prescott as his quarterback is now the #1 wide receiver over the last 5 games. Show you what we got here. This is our sauce. Got to add a little bit more cream to that. And then we're going to put our zucchini in it. And then we're going to put some scrimps in there. So do you see my point here? Because again, when I compare people, when I say something, how dare you insult Roger Staubach when you talk about him having 21, 4-quarter comebacks and Dak had 14. He's not right. Listen, stop getting bent out of shape. I was there watching those games when Roger Staubach played. And guess what? He threw interceptions too. He sometimes missed guys. He sometimes fumbled. Why? Because everybody does. And for some reason, everybody thinks that every single play, every single throw, every time they step back, that the quarterback is supposed to be perfect. And guess what? They're not. Nobody is. Tom Brady sometimes fumbles and throws interceptions, misses guys. Aaron Rodgers, same thing. But yet, nobody talks about those guys. Use a little bit of whole milk in here too. No skim milk. And a little bit of chicken broth paste. Give it a little salty taste. Now don't get me wrong, because what everybody keeps saying is well, Mark, you keep saying, oh my goodness. You can't go wrong with butter. You can't go wrong with cheese. With cheese. And yes, this is a diet. So all I ask you guys to do is cut my quarterback a little bit of slack, okay? Understand that a win is a win. And you have to have personnel to win. You can't just say the quarterback, it's all on the quarterback. If you have a great quarterback, everything else is going to be perfect. Well, what's Green Bay doing right now with Aaron Rodgers? Nobody's talking about Aaron Rodgers sticking the place up, right? Kirk Cousins got that guaranteed contract. They scored 7 points last night and look like they're going to miss the playoffs. Nobody's talking about Kirk Cousins stinking it up, right? One thing you got to worry about with this is, because of all the cheese and the heavy cream and stuff, is you don't want it to boil. If it boils, then you got problems, because it'll curdle the milk. And I put the zucchini in last because you still want it to be kind of crunchy. Well, next to last, I should say. Clean that up. Might need just a little bit more milk in there. Yeah, I need a little bit more milk in there. A little bit more cream in there. But that's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm not saying Dak is perfect. I'm not. I'm not saying that Dak doesn't have things to work on, because he does. The biggest thing we have to be better at is in the red zone. We have to stop settling for field goals. Flat out. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. We have got to get touchdowns when we get down there. And some of that will also come as the offense evolves and gets better because of time. And as you can see already with Amari Cooper in the mix, the fact that Amari and Dak are getting a repertoire. And by that I mean, when you play football and you get used to playing with the same people next to you, you get to learn each other just like husband and wife. I can look at my wife and know exactly what she's thinking and can be really scared. Other times we can give a glance and we know, okay, she's talking about this person over here, so I know to look over there. Those are things that happen with the relationship that builds up. And here's what you're beginning to get already with Dak and Amari. And I compared, I said, this combination, and right now, I don't know of a time between Tony Romo and Dez Bryant where they were number one across the board like Dak and Amari are. I don't remember. I mean, if you guys can find it, please do. But 680 yards. He's going to have more yards than Dez Bryant has the last couple of years in half a season, basically, with the Cowboys. But you start developing where you see something and he can give them a look and let them know that this is what we need to do. I know it's not what's called, but trust me, I can do this. I can beat that guy. I can get over here in the spot and everything else. And that's what happened during this game. A little more pepper. That's what happened in this game. Scott Linehan is calling the stop route over and over and over again. Over and over again. Same thing. Need a little cayenne pepper. Over and over again, they're calling the same thing. And Amari's like, look, they're jamming down on this thing. They're shutting it down. It's not going to work, Dak. And Dak is like, look, just run it. Ain't my call. Just run it. Amari is unhappy about it. But you didn't see him blow up. You have not seen Amari Cooper lose his cool out there. Amari Cooper, okay, I'm going to do what I'm told. And Dak said change it. And they changed it. And they got 6. That is what I'm talking about, guys. That is getting to know somebody. That is a difference maker of having talent, having experience, and working together. I know Dak misses people, but guess what? Everybody does. As far as the deep ball, he's average on it. As far as play action, he's in the top 10. Sitting in the pocket, needs a lot of work. But he's only in his 3rd season. And in 3 years, provided we win one more game, 3 years, 3 winning seasons. 3 winning seasons. This is the best the Dallas Cowboys have been, of course, of 3 years under Jason Garrett. And I think maybe since the turn of the century. I can't think of 3 years in a row that we've had 30 victories. We did pretty good with Bill Parcells, but I'm not sure. I got to go back and look at the numbers, but I don't think even with Bill Parcells that we did that good. So as soon as the shrimp are done in this is good to go. No, forgot. A little fresh rosemary. Knew it was missing something. So that's it, guys. That's it in a nutshell. For everybody who says that Dak is just garbage before Amari Cooper, that the quarterback is the be-all, end-all, and if he was a good quarterback, he would throw people open, he wouldn't have the interceptions, and the Cowboys would be winning. Well, talent trumps everything. Roger Staubach had Drew Pearson. Troy Aikman, he had Michael Irvin. Tony Romo had Des Bryant. And now, Dak has got Amari. All right, getting close. Let me bring you guys a little closer so you can see what we got here. So, this is my diet. This is my keto dinner. As soon as these shrimp are pink, it's done. And I'll be throwing down with a little salad with this. And guys, that's for dinner. I gotta tell you, talk about rich, creamy broth. My keto life. That shrimp was hot. I'm Mark Holmes, and thank you guys for watching Dinner and Dallas Cowboys. I'll see you soon.